chairman of the EPW committee, as Sheldon is chairman of the budget.
When our leader, Chuck Schumer, and I were in grade school, one of our favorite TV shows was the FBI. And there was a recurring... Yes, there you go. Recurring figure in the FBI, his name was Friday. And he would knock on the doors to interrogate folks about a particular crime. And if a woman answered the door and started talking to him, he would say, "Just the facts, ma'am, just the facts." And I think
that was Dragnet.
Oh, okay. All right. My mind is faded. But anyway, you got it. Just the facts, ma'am. What we're interested in, Senator Shelley and I are interested in is the facts, just the facts. And for me, I believe it or not, I grew up in, my sister and I were born in West Virginia. We actually went to grade school in Ohio. Later on, I'd come back to Ohio when we graduated from high school, and I would be a student at the Ohio State Navy ROTC midshipman right in the middle of the Vietnam War. A lot of my friends were from Ohio, from East Palestine on the east over to Springfield on the west. And they were my friends, but they're somebody's neighbors. And my colleagues have heard many times point to the golden rule: treat other people the way we want to be treated. And I think part of what Shelley and I want to do is make sure that folks who've been harmed, make sure that folks whose livelihood is threatened, whose homes are devalued, we want to make sure that we put ourselves in their shoes and treat them the way we'd want to be treated. For myself, I want to find out what happened, what went wrong. I want to find out what could have been done to have avoided this disaster. I want to make sure that we find out what we need to do in order to ensure in the future it doesn't occur. I'm proud of the EPA. EPA was on site literally within hours of the incident. They've been back again and again and again. They have an ongoing presence. There's been a good cooperative relationship between EPA Federal and EPA Ohio. I was on the phone this morning with the governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, with whom we actually served for many years in the House, to get a feel for, as a chief executive of Ohio, how does he feel about the way the folks at Norfolk Southern have responded? Have they been responsive? Have been responsible? And to get his points of view. We have a hearing on Thursday. Tomorrow, Shelley and I do a press conference. We have a hearing on at I think it's 10 o'clock on Thursday morning in EPW, bipartisan hearing. We'll hear from 8 witnesses, 3 members of the Senate. We'll hear from the CEO of Norfolk Southern. We'll hear from EPA and a couple of other witnesses. And the idea here is just to get to the facts. What went wrong? What do we do to fix it? And what can we do to make sure it doesn't happen again? The last thing I would say to this is if we had any idea how much hazardous material is moving throughout this country today, by rail, by road, by pipeline, we'd probably be amazed. And we need to be mindful that the threats are posed not just by the hazardous materials that might be moved by rail, but there are threats in these other venues and these other methods of transportation. And that's a story for another day. Right now, we're going to work on railroads. We're focused on railroads and make sure that the people that have been harmed, the people whose livelihood has been impaired, who frankly are scared, to make sure that we treat them the way we'd want to be treated. Thank you.